Welcome to For Love and Play. I'm matchmaker comic Yael Meisel. With me is comedians Kenan Weaver and Louie B. For Love and Play, the show about dating like a goddamn adult. We're going to discuss who to spend your time with for love or for play. Let's do it, boys.
This show contains adult content for entertainment purposes. Listener discretion is advised.
Not a doctor.
All right, thank you for loving players. I just made that up because we took a take and that came out, and I feel like that really sounds like the name of our listeners. What do you guys think?
I think it's good.
For loving players. I like that. All right, guys. Well, we're back with another episode of For Love and Play. I'm your host, Kenan Weaver, back with my favorite people. Number one, the queen in my life, Miss Yael.
What's good, boo?
How you doing?
It's an exciting topic today because, ladies, I want to get something straight. I am the queen in this man's kingdom, at least today, where we hold. How you doing?
Right, she's enjoying her today spot. I appreciate the recognition on that. Louie, what you got going on for today?
I am the security guard of the show, making sure everything is safe. I checked you out for weapons, and everything's clear.
I appreciate that, because we'll probably get into what I check when women come into my domain as well.
Yep.
But Yael wanted to have a very personal episode today, where I sit on the hot seat and use her matchmaker talents as a person looking for love, and we're trying to find Kenan some love. He's lacking that, I guess.
And I get to laugh because I get to laugh at Kenan. So yeah.
I guess over and over, we've always played on my anti-committal response to some things, and we're gonna try and drill down. So I'm laying down, I'm on the couch, and I'm gonna pass this off to you guys so that we can get into it. I got some funny stories all the time, recent Facebook posts that we might get into. But before we get into that, Louie, tell the people how they can join in on the conversation.
Okay, this is what I need you people to do. You can email us at forloveandplay@gmail.com with your questions. You got questions, we got answers. Or if you want an immediate response, hit us up on our Facebook at facebook.com/forloveandplay. Or you could follow us on our Twitters, twitter.com/forloveandplay. And that's all the number 4, Love and Play. Take it away, Yael!
Awesome. Thanks, Louie. So today we are going to explore the very funny workings of Kenan Weaver and what would have to be presented on the table to close that deal. Can we open up, Kenan, and talk a little bit about a hilarious post you made on Facebook recently?
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna try to find the post right now, because the way my mind works is I kind of like move on super fast. I don't even really remember exactly what was said at this point. It was just like Tuesday.
I'm surprised your website isn't moveon.org instead of KenanWeaver.com.
Right?
Like we passed that already. Like we're already past that.
Yeah.
It happened Tuesday, so I'm scrolling through my numerous posts, which I've come to find out this might be an indication to some further questions that we might get into. But all I post is political, sports, and those tasty recipes that you see online.
Delicious.
That go viral. And it's always like tasty recipes with either mozzarella or bacon.
I mean, I'm really just surprised that you don't have a TSA agent on standby whenever you bring women home.
So I actually go through like a little regimen, and I hide most of the valuables.
Yeah.
This is an insight to how I don't trust anyone for a while. Like
you have your NBA 2K in the panic room.
Well, no, that doesn't get moved.
No?
No, my valuables, like my watches and money.
I mean, how many wrists do you have?
Yeah, seriously. How much in danger are we?
I have a watch fetish. That is one of my. Ooh. I love watches. I have a very extensive collection, and that's something that I actually enjoy.
Oh, by the way, we have a sound clip of Kenan Weaver's cell phone ringtone.
Really?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Kenan. That's
That
Kenan.
would make more sense if that's my cell phone ringtone, but
I don't think that one fits me exactly. But it was a good try. I liked it. It's a cool song.
I try.
I'm out here. I'm not winning yet. I'm just out here trying to get a bigger pool than Kanye.
All I do is try.
That's where I'm at. All right. So I found the photo for Yael.
Mm-hmm.
this is hilarious.
So when was this? This was
Tuesday.
Wednesday. You see
Wednesday.
This was Wednesday, and I was talking to a beautiful young lady, and she was cool. We were having like a fun time. It was exciting for a little bit, and and Wednesday morning she hits me up with a good morning text, which I don't know if we've talked about that already, but I don't really like good morning texts at all.
No,
Yeah,
neither do I.
Did we ever get into that?
Yeah.
The reason I don't like good morning texts is if I wanted to say good morning to somebody, I wouldn't be single. Like that's why.
You're so terrible.
That's why I'm not married, because I don't want to wake up and see somebody or talk to someone.
Damn.
I want to be in my solitude. I enjoy my solitude. So that's problem number one with this text. Instantly is that it says good morning at 9:40 a.m.
At 9:40 in the morning on a Wednesday. What a loon!
Jesus.
Yeah,
Let me read this so that way we could let me read the text message so that way the 4 Lovin' players could get a sense on the crazy.
Okay.
Good morning, happy 3-month anniversary. Hope you have a great day, babes. Kissy face.
Kenan's like,
I feel like you could have done a much better voice on the type of woman I would date, but it's all right. We'll move on. I'm not insecure about that.
All right.
Yael, can you do the voiceover of how I responded then?
let me find the picture.
Well, I can
Louis,
Yeah.
you can do it.
Huh?
You can do it.
Huh?
Do my response.
I just started reading it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is what I said. I did go, huh?
Huh?
Great.
Bewildered. The first emotion was probably bewilder and fear. You know, a little bit.
My first emotion is always should I say what I feel right now? Should I voice what I'm thinking? That's always my first emotion, because I don't know if I want to like ruin something, if I'm gonna destroy something, and it's really a formality because I always end up doing the thing anyway.
Actually, let me read this whole over again here. Hold on, let me go. Good morning, happy 3 months anniversary. Hope you have a great day, babes. Huh? Doesn't the word anniversary derive from annual, meaning once a year, as in no 3 months, nothing? It would have been quicker for you to call her the N-word. I mean, seriously.
When you hear it back,
Yeah, shut the fuck up,
definitely-
Ho would have worked too. Seriously. It would have worked too.
it really sounds a
Like,
lot
nah,
worse
shut the fuck up, Ho.
outside. Out loud, it sounds worse than when you read it on paper, which is what she did. She read it on paper, so it was
Right.
fine.
So it was probably much easier to take.
Yeah,
Right.
that's better.
Like,
Am I wrong?
Yes, absolutely.
Why?
I would have said, with all due respect, thank you for the well wish. I was not under the impression we would have anything to celebrate annually, let alone 90 days in. I need further clarification. What was, because here's the thing, ladies, at the beginning of the show, when I said I'm the closest thing to a queen in that fucking kingdom, I'm not kidding. None of you are his girlfriend. I am not his girlfriend either. I am just saying I am a consistent woman he speaks to on a regular basis. That's what makes me queen. Now, if you were a girlfriend on the real, I would have known that before you did. So I ain't heard no updates. What in the hell was this 3-month check-in about?
So wait, are you just asking for like more
Yeah.
details of this relationship?
Not details. I'm saying, why would somebody? To me, it's loony. I think it's straight up loony.
But this is exactly what I was discussing when we were talking about the man translation episode, where women tend to put me in a role that I haven't really earned yet.
That he does not deserve, ladies. He does not deserve.
So, like I said up top, this relationship, it was fun. It was cool. We were getting to know each other. That's my extent of how I feel the relationship was. On the other side, though, and that's what I'm saying, this is like a catch-22 that I often find myself in, is for whatever reason, I seem to be like boyfriend material on the surface, and women start thinking that way. They start thinking in that term of, I want him to be my boyfriend.
They start making plans. And
then I get judged at that scale. I get judged at the boyfriend scale.
The boyfriend level, and you're barely like, wait a second, we're not even seeing each other exclusively.
Right.
Ladies, I mean, we're laughing at this, obviously. I understand those listening to this are rolling their eyes and laughing probably also, hopefully. But the core problem is women, and this is the straight women. I understand it. Lesbians are like vampires. They mate for life, okay? If you move in on date 3, that's normal. You're just doing it the way things are done. In straight land, when you're dating a heterosexual man, ladies, in this day and age, there used to be a time, I would even say it started fizzling out probably 7 years ago and has been solidly over for the past 4. Or maybe if you'd hang out with a guy for a little bit, it would evolve into something. Maybe. Nowadays, women, you have so much competition with Tinder, with Facebook, with Instagram, with every single dating apps. I mean, OkCupid, all of them, matchmakers. Ladies, there's competition out there. There's competition out there like there has never been before in the history of boy-girl relationships. You need to realize this man is not your boyfriend unless that conversation is had. Period. Because the desired text back she wanted was not what she got. She wanted to throw it out there, test the waters, and we laughed about it. And I even said about a gentleman I haven't heard from in a while, I wonder to fuck shit up if I should send him a happy 3-month anniversary just to make him cringe. And you know what I mean? Because it's so silly. Why would you embarrass yourself? It's one thing, ladies, when we're talking about our feelings and what we want and how we feel and all of this. It's another thing. Is it being is it being heard? Is it being received? Is that information being processed? Girls, I walked up out a date with a doctor 3 weeks ago. Why? Because my needs weren't being met. I don't need to check in, send happy whatever. No. Don't send somebody who has not sat your ass down and said, Sister Child, you're my girlfriend. Don't you send him happy birthday, let alone happy anniversary. Kenan, am I wrong? Louis, am I wrong?
Honestly, you're asking me. I mean, I need the attention. I would love that.
Here's the thing. You're not wrong at all. You're almost as harsh as I was in my text, which
but
is
I'm
fine.
saying when we're trying to get somewhere, and women just don't understand that it is real competition out there like it has never been before. Okay? Like that long bullshit how women are, women who are selective about who we sleep with. We're picky, we're this, we're bitches, we're that.
As you should
Any man, ladies, can make 4 phone calls and have 12 girlfriends by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's the other side of that coin, so I don't want to hear that anymore.
Well,
if you want to date with results, you got to do shit right. This girl, in my opinion, I understand she put herself out there. She was trying to be cute. The response she wanted, she was never going to get. But I think she maybe even knew that because I don't believe the relationship was built enough for you to have made a 90-day recognition period.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that you can extract from that text. And that was really the reason why I posted it. The number one reason why I posted it, and I said it in my caption, was this was a red flag for a number of reasons. And you you touched on a couple of them.
I just can't wait for the day Kenan gets the message. I'm pregnant.
No, you know what? And I want to address pregnancy too while we're at it. I was talking to a young woman this week who's in her early 20s, and I said to her like this, such and such, blah blah. I'm going to tell him I think I'm pregnant. I said, I'm going to stop you there.
And she wasn't?
No, whatever. No, nothing like that. No. Well, basically we were touching the subject. Should you tell a man if you think you're pregnant? My question to you is this. Do you want a relationship with him? Do you want something out of this? Because if the answer is yes, and you're not full of shit, and you really do think you're pregnant, you're going to piss on an EPT, go to the OBGYN, confirm a pregnancy, say nothing until you know. If you know you're pregnant, you then take that information to him. If you think he needs to be a part of that process, you're wrong.
Yeah, that first doctor visit is all on y'all, yo. That's all on you, yo.
To tell a man, if the words, I think I'm pregnant, ever come out of your mouth to any man other than your officiated, trying husband, you're full of shit, and if he dumps you, you deserve it, because you did it wrong. Ladies, there is a wrong way to land a man who's going to stay with you.
Damn.
And the sad part is why I'm getting mad about this. Is this girl is probably sweet, and if she's dating Kenan, I know she's hot. My problem is she's a fucking idiot that's breaking her own heart. That's my problem.
I for one, am very uncomfortable that a topic about me turned into pregnancy something, and I don't like that at all. Like not at all.
Okay.
But
I'm rooting for you, Kenan. You'll be a real good dad.
You're being horrible. Why would you want somebody to come into a well-known deadbeat dad? Like I've already proven not to be a good dad.
No, that's a lie. I've seen you play with your niece.
Oh, I'm great with kids. That's totally different. That is not my child.
Hey, wait! Do you hear that? You hear that sound? That's the sound of ovaries dropping. When Kenan said, "I'm good with kids."
I'm great.
Get them, ladies.
No, but it's just for some reason, women, and I think that this happens to Kenan a lot, women set a standard when it's clear that they've nabbed the quality of man that they want longevity with. You can't create that longevity without a willing participant. My rabbi said to me yesterday on the phone, it breaks his heart in half. Why? I'm single. I don't have my husband locked in the cellar. You know what I'm saying? It's an evolution of meeting the right person and not fucking up and learning from your mistakes. Winning a man like Kenan is possible, ladies. It's possible. You have to do shit right to get it done. That's it.
I want to reject. This sounds very entitled. Like I'm not. I want, and actually we'll get into this when you put on your matchmaker hat, and we'll do the interview process of that.
I've got the helmet on.
I want to be in a journey with this person. So we'll just call her my wife. My wife and I will explore a journey together, and it starts when we've met, and we don't know where it goes, but that's the beauty of that journey. And it's not about you doing something right. It's not about me doing something right or wrong either. It's about taking account that you've met somebody new and be open to things changing along that way and not forcing it to whatever plan you had before you met this person.
Exactly. And I think it's so important that women get lost, because I can tell you an honest answer that's universal. Any woman, any color, any faith that's normal. If what you want in a man, girls, I am not sitting here yelling at you on this show today because I am the queen of good decisions. You are not going to see me as the poster child for sanity and judgment. You're not. It's because I fucked up so hard. Let me tell you what not to do so you don't I've suffered for all of us hoes. You don't even know. I'm saying
Hove did that, so hopefully you won't have to go through that.
right. You girls don't know what 2 divorces are like until you've done them. Your boyfriend, your divorce ain't nothing like your boyfriend. There is a difference when you stood in unison with your community, whether it be religious or civil or otherwise, and you made that vow and commitment in front. You know what? That is a different experience than someone breaking up. They are not the same. You did not. I'm sorry. I don't allow anyone who works with me to compare a breakup of a boyfriend and girlfriend to a marriage. I don't hold it to the same weight. It's not. It may be emotionally the same depth of pain. One is a situation, one is a crisis. These problems are avoidable. Men do not. I am a 12-year matchmaker. You are paying $150 to have a consultation before. I'm serious. It's an expensive conversation to get to the crux of who you are and what you need and why you haven't found it. What do you have to do something differently to date the quality of women? A guy came to me recently and they said, you're not ready to date anybody. You should be on Tinder. The first question you should ask any girl right now at this stage of your life is, when do you return back to your native land? It is summertime in Brooklyn, Manhattan. It is travel season. Plenty of women that you never have to see again if you need to get your rocks off. But ladies, you need to have the guts, if you're going to lay down to get what you want, to close it, get up, and walk out if you don't. This shit is games, and it just makes you look stupid. And I'm tired of women failing. If you're not getting what you need in a relationship, especially if you have children and you have a history of fuck-ups like myself, you need to examine each courtship wiser. Is it casual? Does it have longevity? Get ready. If you're not getting those questions organically, ask the effing question and take the answer seriously. There shouldn't have been a happy 3-month anniversary. Are we dating? Would have been more appropriate rather than assuming you are.
Yeah, the assumption is definitely the biggest problem, and both parties tend to do this. So it's not one or the other, but it's like being an adult. It's being an adult and asking a question, because you're right. It's your life. You have the right to protect your life. You have the right to protect your goals. You have the right to protect your dreams, and however you want to build your life.
If I could jump in, I kind of see another angle to this. It's something I've seen a lot, and you've probably seen it like featured on shows and whatnot, and you've probably even seen it, in your life when it comes to your friends. Like, I just see this chick was trying to make a decision for Kenan and trying to push the relationship along. Like,
she needed an answer.
Yeah, she was like, happy
That's
3 months.
how she got it.
She wanted a like happy 3-month anniversary, like saying, oh shit, okay, I guess we are dating. I guess this is serious. Like trying to make the decision for Kenan, and Kenan didn't fall for the bait. Kenan just cut her head off like Voltron.
But my point is the whole thing was avoidable. She could have asked that in the form of the question, because that's what it was. This was a cutesy-wootsy, pussy-ass bitch coward way to find out, are we dating?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And
not because I'm mean, because that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the assembly of all of us together is a very good relationship show, because not many people pick up on the nuance that comes in. If you look at the comments on that post, you can see a lot of people were just like, hey, that's lighthearted. Like, why are you having a problem? There should always be a reason to celebrate, or this, that, and the third. Very few people picked up that what I said, this is a big red flag. Mm-hmm. And you guys saw that. And the problem with, which is why I posted it, is there are constantly red flags that we come across in the early stages of relationships that we ignore. We ignore it because we're either infatuated or we're in the honeymoon phase. Whatever you want to call it, you're ignoring these red flags that showed themselves very early on, because it's impossible to really hide them.
It is.
You are who you are. And it's hard to, but what we do is, as the other party, we ignore them. And that enables this other person to continue to do the red flags. And then the big blow up, where you have a breakup, later on down the road, or even a divorce even further down the road, whatever. It
Gentlemen
was
are
those same.
scared.
It was
Women
those same
don't get
red
it.
flags. It was the
They're
same red flags that
terrified.
showed up at 3 months. You just ignored them at 3 months, and now they've been piling up, and now the red flag is glaring, and now that causes the breakup. So
Right.
they just explained one red flag in just that text.
You know,
About
when
she
I
was
saw
trying to make the decision for me.
right, she was trying to make the decision for you, and
That's
B,
one red flag.
get closure for herself on where she thinks it's going. Ladies, I want to make clear, you have every right. We are not over here bullying you, telling you you're stupid. Oh, no. No. I'm talking to that person inside of the brilliant person that loses their shit when a boy comes across the radar that we like. We're talking about that emotion that all of us, most of us, and it took me years to master and to get into check. Because if you can check that feeling and get your answer, you're going to close that deal. She had, the way that should have sounded is, morning, Kenan. Hope you're having a great morning. Listen, we've been doing this for like 3 months now. I just kind of wanted to know where this is headed. Are we
Don't do that
on
over
our way to
text.
boyfriend
Yeah,
and
don't
girlfriend?
do that over text.
But that's a phone call. That's
Yeah.
not a text message. Because if you have that conversation via text message, you're a coward. And you're hiding behind it because you know what the answer is already.
Not even are you a coward? I wouldn't even go that far. The text message, by design of the medium, takes out the seriousness of any response.
1,000%.
So if you're going to ask a serious question while you don't know what the other person is doing on the other end of this phone, you could just think how the answer would change if I was just laying on a beach in Miami after a show that I had. Or that answer might change if I was sitting in an airport. How you respond to text messages has everything to do with your environment. And people don't really make that correlation. So if you have anything serious, do it in person is always the number one, and then some things can be done over the phone. So this one, a question of
we're
like,
saying if it's impossible to do it in person, do it over the phone.
Exactly.
But I'm saying you guys there needs to be verbal, actual, human to human, not via text. People don't realize they're communicating big messages via text message, and they're being interpreted all kinds of different ways.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. It's not something that should do, and you should know the type of questions and what medium it's best for.
You know, I think it's so funny when people say to me, Tinder is a hookup site. Okay, it started off as an offshoot, a grinder for the straights. And guess what? The straights date differently than the gays. The gay men date differently. I'm saying stereotypes. If we're stepping inside the stereotypes, not saying they're all true, but there's a different popular way that each gender sexual orientation, I feel like, stereotypically does things. I have a lot of gay friends that will do one-night stands, and they kind of date similar, but there's a sexual component. A lot of my lesbian friends are married. They have houses together. They kind of, they mate for life. Straights, they do this shit a little bit differently. Gentlemen, women usually are not just going to spread their legs to you. You're trying to solicit something. You know what I mean? Like, if someone casually hooks up with you, you want confirmation that that's really what they're there for. And if you don't have it and you've left all of that vague and open and stupid stuff like this happens to you, it's your fault because you didn't do anything to safeguard it. A lot of people have gotten married from Tinder. From these hookup sites, a lot of people are married today because they met on them. I know this because I'm a 12-year matchmaker. I've spoken to these people. I've counseled a few of these couples before they get married. So I'm not just talking in what I think. I'm telling you what I know. People are going to Tinder to find husband and wives. You need to make your presence firm. And ladies, you need to grow a pair and stick to it because a lot of us are breaking our own hearts. A lot of us are seeing pain and aggravation that we don't have to know from relationships because we can't stay true to ourselves and what we want out of a relationship. Would I casually date somebody for 3 months at this point? No. No, absolutely not. Maybe 2. 2 would probably be my cap in the where is it's going. You need to be honest. We're having catastrophe, divorces, children being born in broken situations that all could be avoided. There's a better way to do things. I'm saying let's try to embrace it and make better decisions with who we hook up with and make our intentions known. If a woman asks you if you're looking for a girlfriend and you say no and she walks away, that's good. Don't push that. Don't chase after what doesn't mirror what you want, because you're going to ask for trouble. I don't care how hot she is. There's someone hotter who will let you fuck her.
Or
and she'll probably, if you do it right, she'll probably return to France in the end of July.
That sounds way too personal. All right, you're right. I think you said something earlier too about the competition landscape, and I think
so high.
I think that is one of the major issues of why we don't see success in many relationships now, is because people haven't changed their mindset to the growing times.
No,
it's like you have an old world philosophy in a progressive times,
right?
And you have to adjust, because if you don't adjust with the times, you're only hurting yourself. No one else is going to really feel the brunt of that. And as you said, it's best to try and avoid certain situations that we don't have to. So what I mean by competition now, as you said, with the dating apps and things of that nature, if you're trying to become whatever, quote unquote, the one, if marriage is the goal, you have to realize that when you meet somebody now, man, woman, whatever, they are courting multiple people. There's maybe
and
not
it's common.
specific,
and stop thinking you're special until you have that sit down and you discuss
if you
we
meet somebody tomorrow, you are not the only one in their life. And
how the shit no, they still have my phone number.
If you meet them tomorrow and you have a great time for the next month, you are still not the only one. The only time you can assume that you're the only one in today's age is if you, like you said, lock them up in a cellar.
Sit down and discuss it.
You're with them 24 hours a day. That would be it. With them, physically with them.
No, not even with them 24 hours a day. Because let me tell you something. I know so many guys who you would have thought, what are you talking about? We're just hanging out. When someone wants you to know you're his girlfriend, that is something, ladies, I'm telling you. Oh my God, the way the universe works. I was trapped on a plane when I was 21 years old with a guy that I had drama with for 5 years since I was 16 years old. Trapped on a plane from New York back to Detroit, and everything short of the plane exploding, thank God, happened to make that flight longer. A flight from New York to Detroit is hour 20 minutes. Hour and a half tops. 3 fucking hours we were sat there, but we hashed some shit out about things that needed to be discussed. The universe will make these things happen. You need to have that confirmation. Don't make an ass of yourself. Don't go tell your girlfriend you have a boyfriend until you know you do. Take these things seriously if you want it to go somewhere. And if you don't, stick to people where it won't go anywhere. If you're looking to hook up, it is New York City and the summertime is arrived. It's rental and travel season. If you're looking for some booty, you should be asking, when do you return back to your land? If her name is Stacy and she's from Cincinnati, you shouldn't fuck her because that's a 7-hour drive. She can pop up in February to say hello. If she's Gal from Haifa, leaving September 1st, you're never going to see that bitch again. You swipe right. That's how you do it. Mm-hmm. If you want Tinder to be a hookup site, that's how you hook up. If you want nothing else.
And it's just to always let it be known. You know, I preach all the time honesty. You be honest with yourself and you be honest with the other person. That's what most people should look for when they're looking for whatever partner. Like I know that's what it is personally for me. It's not like I'm looking for the perfect one. I'm looking for the one that I can be honest with.
Right. You know, it's very funny. When I walked up out the date a few weeks ago, a few things happened that were so strange that sitting back a couple weeks later looking at all of it just makes so much sense. I walked out, I dropped my wallet in the streets of Manhattan. Somebody at 1:30 in the morning picked up a wallet, held on to it, stole nothing, brought it into Chase Bank, where I safely retrieved it the following day. The cab driver took me home without any cash, and I mailed him a check. That I'm saying, even though there was disaster, dropped a wallet, didn't have any cash to pay the cab driver. I did the right thing, and I was true to myself. And I'll tell you, that was one of the painful hailing the cab. Not going to have coffee with this guy tomorrow morning. Da-da-da-da-da. I am so pissed. Da-da-da. I'm mad. Everything, even though I'm not dating this person. This is a waste of my time. I finally hail a cab, realize when I get home my wallet's gone and I can't pay my cab driver. But I look at the way everything fell into place. It was the best possible scenario out of 2 of the 3 yucky disappointments. 2 positives are visible, 1 is not. But if 2 out of 3, that's not bad. Walking away was right. What if I had
just want to give a disclaimer. If you're black and Latino, none of that is going to happen to you. So
yep.
Just scrap that. But that is a great lesson for the rest of y'all. All right, go on.
No, I mean, someone returned the wallet. What do you mean if you're black and Latino?
The whole cat. You go. You take this one, Louis. You got it.
Yeah.
If they return a wallet to Chase Bank?
No, you're not going to get a free ride in a cab.
Oh. Oh.
Like
well,
if you ain't got no money, honey, your ass is walking.
Well, I mean, he was a nice man from Pakistan. I don't believe he's ISIS, and he gave me a free ride home and was,
you
sent me a confirmation.
We get it. Your point is it's a good point. We're just letting our listeners know.
Our listener base should basically racially profile their cab drivers as to who would let them safely return home without any money.
No, that courtesy wouldn't be extended to Kenan or I.
Correct.
In fact, we would have better luck God sending a pillar of fire directing us home. That was an Exodus joke for the Jews.
That would be pleasant. That was good.
See, I read the Bible.
Oh my God.
Speaking of which, I just want to side note. Have you guys seen my picture of me in a yarmulke? And I posted that picture on J-Swipe.
Frightening.
I started a J-Swipe, which is a Jewish version of Tinder. where
guys, oh my God, and when they try to get the punani on the J-Swipe, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
How do you swipe? Do you have to make the Star of David with your fingers?
No, it's just an app.
Actually, no. When you swipe right and you match, there's like a stick figures lifting up a chair with another stick figure, and it says Mazel Tov, and the Star of David pops up.
Yep, it does. It's the gayest thing next to Richard Simmons I've ever seen.
Hey, leave Richard Simmons alone. He died for your sins.
What does a typical J-Swipe profile look like?
My mother wanted me to find someone.
Oh,
I'm looking for a nice, good Jewish boy.
On J-Swipe, seriously, I have been looking the past few days. It's a lot of profiles in the age realms that I'm shopping for, looking for wives, not here to hook up, looking for something that's going to be long term. No, stop it. 28 to 43. Shut up. 22.
Hey, you
seriously.
She, like I said, she only dates young guys to suck up their youth.
Why
they come out? They go in 20.
There's a black version to it. You know what it's called?
No.
Jail.
That is horrible.
Stop it.
What's it called?
We've embraced racism, women hatred today. What else?
What women hatred?
It's called Soul Swipe. It's
hilarious. Is it really?
It is definitely called Soul Swipe.
Okay.
I'm not on it, so don't.
What if a white person?
Nobody try to get on looking for me.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go outside.
Can we discuss this too? Tinder hid my profile.
What does that mean?
So, apparently, when you don't open up the Tinder app, they know, and then they send you constant reminders for you to get on Tinder. And
Do
then
they?
after you ignore those notifications, it then goes, you need to start swiping or whatever. Some notification says you need to open up Tinder, because if you don't, in the next X amount of days, your profile will be hidden. So basically, I was just nagged by millions of girls that I don't talk to yet about me ignoring them.
Ha ha ha.
Damn.
That's so funny. Tinder's like, listen, if you're not going to participate, we're going to send you home.
So it doesn't show my profile. So I'm getting these notifications, and this is how we know, to go back to the text. The way my brain works is not to immediately appease the situation with the easiest maneuver possible. That is just not what my choice is going to be. My choice is, all right, F you then, Tinder. I don't care. Hide my profile. So I ignored all the notifications until it finally sent the one that says, your profile is hidden. And that was probably like a month and a half ago. I just don't care.
That's hysterical. That is hysterical.
Like, really?
But if you're Jewish and you're a chick and you're looking for a husband and you're on Tinder, listen, it's hit and miss. You have to do further investigation. On JSwipe, they'll tell you. And if they leave it blank, they're looking for a booty call. And nothing is sadder than Yerachmiel and Asher trying to get some punani that they can't ever catch. That is the fun, like, trying to randomly hook up with a Jewish girl, especially if you are a marriage age appropriate, healthy Jewish man, you might not want to do that. You might want to only stick to people returning to the Philippines in the end of September. You're otherwise unsafe.
Yes.
Hey, I have no idea how to go about that realm. This conversation definitely took a tangent, but it was cool.
Hysterical.
Anything you guys want to promote?
Yes.
Yas.
Yes.
Yas.
We just released on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Stitcher, our awesome episode with canosexual Ashley Manta and ForiaPleasure.com. We have a promo code, Get Wet and Excited, for 10% off for Foria Pleasure or Foria Relief Spray for those legally and medically licensed in the state of California. Go to Foria, Foria, pleasure.com and put in the promo code for love and play. Thank you so much. The show has grown. We're expanding. We're taking on new customers, new topics. We have a long way to go, and thank you for helping us get there. And save 10% on THC-infused sex oil. Damn it, from your El Meisels.
What you got for the people, Louie?
Well, I'm coming out with my own adobo flavored sexual oil myself. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, just listen to my personal podcast, The Crotch Shot Radio Show, where I go political. If you're into politics and conspiracy and other stuff, I am not a Trump supporter. Just search for The Crotch Shot Radio Show on iTunes, iHeart, TuneIn, and all other fine podcast type places, where also is the same place where you could subscribe and download and enjoy and listen to For Love and Play. So take it away, Kenan!
All right. As everyone knows, all my information can be found on my website, www.kenanweaver.com. That's KENANWEAVER. But this week I have a special thing to announce. I've challenged myself to step back from the spotlight, get off stage, work behind the scenes, and become a writer. So I am putting on my first sketch show where I wrote the sketches, but I won't be acting in them. So it's going to be very cool. That's Sunday, April 24th at 5:45 p.m. at the UCB Theater.
Woohoo.
It's $5. Come check it out.
Nice.
Other than that, guys, keep loving, keep playing. Thanks for listening.
Bye.